welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I am going to be going over Scentbird as a whole. If you clicked on this video, you probably already know what Scentbird is, but if you don't, it is a monthly subscription service for perfumes and colognes. So they have options for men and women, and basically you spend $16.95 each month and they will send you a 8 milliliter perfume sample of your choosing. I put air quotes around that and we'll get into that. But I have been on the hunt for a just signature perfume, something that I can wear every single day, that lasts throughout the day, that I really enjoy. And the ones that I've tried so far just haven't been working. So I thought, okay, maybe a monthly subscription service would be great because I can get little samples of the perfumes that I am curious about to see before buying a full bottle. Because a lot of places also right now don't have testing samples to smell in store because of just COVID practices. So I was thinking, great, this is an amazing option. $16.95 per month. Not exactly cheap, but when you think about the price that perfumes and colognes usually are, not so bad. So I took some screenshots and a little clip of the whole process of how they find your scent profile in order to know what kind of scents to send you. So you take this quiz and they ask all kinds of questions, like what do you want to smell like? Do you want to smell adventurous? Like how do you dress? What's your age? Just like a variety of things like that in order to curate perfumes for you. My scent profile that I received was warm, distinct, and sensual. Distinct scents that are warm and sensual with notes of opulent florals and luxe woods. And your preferred fragrance families are Chyper. I've never actually seen this word before. Chyper, woody, amber, floral. I'd say that's pretty accurate. I would also add vanilla in there. I think I did have vanilla as like a couple of the answers to the question, because I think my ideal scent would have like a woody vanilla smell. And from there they give you some scent recommendations. They give you like a list of, I think it was about 5 perfumes that they think match your scent profile. The way I thought this worked is that you could kind of choose from any scents out there to be your monthly scent. Like I could search for Carolyn Herrera Good Girl or something and get that as my monthly perfume. However, that is not the case. You have to choose from the perfumes that match your scent profile. So some of the options they gave me for my recommended perfumes are Parfums de Marly by Delina Exclusif, which it says retail price $357. Rachel Zoe Fearless, retail price $70. This one really confused me. It's Pink Sugar by Berry Blast, and it doesn't sound like my scent profile at all, so I don't know why they matched it, because the scents are blackberry, blueberry, cherry, and cotton candy. Does that sound warm and woody to you by any means? I'm a little confused on that. And then there's also Creamy Sunshine by Pink Sugar, which I'd say is like a little bit closer to my scent profile, but it's caramel, coconut milk, cotton candy, and mimosa. If you click on view more perfumes, a couple more options pop up. Okay, so I think I actually, now that I'm looking at this, I recall I did take the quiz twice. I wanted to change one of the answers, and that did end up getting me a recommendation for the perfume that I got in my first month. I think I like lost the email that had the curation for it, so I had to redo it. So why I put air quotes around you get to choose which perfume is that you don't actually get to just like choose a perfume that you want to try. You have to choose from the curated recommended perfumes, and a lot of them are brands I've never actually heard of. I was kind of hoping that they would be brands that are like Marc Jacobs or like Tom Ford, like some of the most well-known brands of the things that you might want to try in order to go and buy the full size. However, in my experience, that just wasn't the case. So that was a little bit disappointing, because I did go into this thinking in my mind that there are a couple of perfumes that I had been considering purchasing that I would love to get like a sample of. So the option I ended up going with is Dirty Vanilla by Heretic. The notes sounded very much like what I enjoy. It said cedar, vanilla, sandalwood, and coriander, which that was actually new. That was interesting. So this basically described it as just being a super musky vanilla, predominantly going to smell like vanilla. So in my first shipment, I don't know if they do this for all of the orders or if it was just like a deal that they were running at the time, but I did get like a free atomizer and case. So I mean, the atomizer, the little case thing, It's cool, but it's definitely not necessary. If you really want the case, go for it. But like personally with my second month's shipment, I didn't even put it in the atomizer. So you get an 8 milliliter bottle each month. When I first got this, I was super excited because it sounded exactly like something that I would love and that I was looking for. Very unfortunately, I just couldn't do this perfume. You might have been able to tell by a lot of it still being there, but I gave this several weeks of tries, trying to like it, trying to just like get used to the scent, to see, you know, maybe it depends on my body chemistry each day, or, you know, just like different things. I did spray it on my arm for the sake of this video today, and I can still smell it. I sprayed it, I think, like 5 hours ago, so it hasn't been that long, and I can still smell it, but like all day, I'd say in my experience, it didn't last all the day. No one ever really commented on this that they could smell it on me. I couldn't smell it on me later in the day, which I was kind of grateful for, because even though it sounded like it would be the perfect perfume for me, I found it smelled so much like an older lady's perfume, and I just couldn't get that out of my head, and that's what I thought of every time I sprayed it, that it smells like something that like your grandma or great-grandmother would wear. Or like if you've ever been to an antique shop and they have like old perfume bottles, and if you've ever like opened them and smelled them, they smell aged. That's how this smells. I mean, I guess I could kind of describe it as musky, but it does not feel like something or smell like something someone that is younger would want to wear, or even someone like middle-aged, because it has that like typical like older lady musk perfume smell. I just didn't like it. I really wanted to. I tried it over and over, and I'm still like kind of trying to try it out, but I just don't like it. I don't feel like it makes me smell sensual, chic, sexy, and none of that. It just makes me feel like an old lady. There is patchouli in this, and I'm not a huge fan of patchouli. It is further down in the list, so I don't know if that is what I am smelling. Patchouli is higher up on the list than vanilla is. Vanilla is towards the bottom of this perfume, so I don't know why they would have vanilla as the scent profile when it's less than patchouli. I mean, maybe that's just the brand's fault because it's called Dirty Vanilla, but like, how does that make sense? I think the patchouli is what is giving that old lady smell. Like, let's say that you actually enjoy that scent. Is it actually a good deal to do Scentbird? So with the Heretic Dirty Vanilla, if you were to purchase the full-size bottle or a larger bottle elsewhere, it's $65 for a 15 milliliter bottle. So that's like not the full ounce, but a half ounce. So what you end up paying for the 8 milliliter ends up being half the price of what it would be. So like in theory, this is a little bit more than half of what is in the bottle to spend $65 on a bottle from Heretic or from like Sephora. So amazing deal, because theoretically for the same price, you'll be paying around $30 versus $16.95. So that is a great deal. I think it's really going to vary from brand to brand, and it does give you the retail price. Like one of them said it retails at like $357, and then another one only retails at $70. So whether you're getting your money's worth really depends fragrance to fragrance. So you might want to do it based off of that. I mean, you don't really want to be paying extra for something that you could get for cheaper if it's not a super expensive perfume. So this one and many others, I'm sure you really do get your money's worth. Now I did end up getting a second month for free, so I got to choose another fragrance. And again, I could only choose from the curated recommended fragrances that they gave me. And the one I received is Burberry Brit Sheer. So this one did not come in an atomizer, it just came in like this cardboard container. So if you finish up your first perfume, you could put this in the atomizer to use. But I've just been like storing it in this and then spraying it from the bottle because you really don't need the atomizer. Now this scent I liked a lot more than the Dirty Vanilla. I wouldn't exactly say it's like my go-to fragrance or something that I would spend the money to get the full-size bottle, but this is definitely closer, and I think this one actually lasted better throughout the day. So the featured notes that this has listed are lychee, mandarin orange, musk, peach blossom, and pear, which I would say is pretty accurate. It does smell kind of fruity, but like there is a hint of musk in there. So I have been wearing this and enjoying this, and I definitely will use it up. Like I said, I wouldn't go out and buy a full-size bottle, but it's definitely getting closer to what I would look for in a perfume, and I wouldn't have tried this otherwise if I hadn't tried Scentbird. So there's that. Now I also did the cost breakdown for that. So if Scentbird is 8 milliliters, a 1 ounce bottle of Burberry Brit Sheer is $63. There's a tiny bit less than 30 milliliters in 1 ounce. So 8 out of 30 ends up being about 0.27. 0.27 of 63 is $17, and that's how much your monthly subscription costs. So the amount for this is not necessarily a great deal you're getting. You're getting what it would be at cost if you got the same size. So in that sense, it's like you really do have to choose wisely with the perfumes if you are looking to get something that's like absolutely worth your money. Because if it costs $17 for an 8 milliliter bottle of this perfume, if I were to just like get it from like fragrance.net or something else, you don't necessarily benefit from doing the monthly subscription. But as we saw with the first perfume, there are some that are very well worth your money. So you really just have to be smart about which ones that you want to choose. A couple other things that I do want to note is that each scent they have, if you scroll down, they have how people describe the scent. So like scent type, 37% of people said fresh, 26% of people said light. So you can go through that and help better match what kind of perfume that you are going for. So with this, like if you put in a lot more time to like really go through the reviews and see this, you could end up with a much better perfume. One other thing I wanted to note, and I forgot to mention this earlier, is that it's not necessarily all $16.95. When I took the quiz twice, and each time the top perfume that they showed me was Mystic Shimmer by Michael Kors. It says the retail price is $114, but if I wanted to choose that, I would have to pay an additional $10. And I saw this for a variety of other perfumes. If it's like a big name or like popular perfume that is out there, they charge you extra to get that in your shipment. So I would have to spend $27 in order to get same 8 milliliter bottle of this Michael Kors perfume. And I know it's not just based off of retail value, because I wouldn't have had to pay extra for the one perfume that was retailed at over $300. This is only $114, but they want me to spend an additional $10. It kind of feels like they're price gouging based off of what is trendy right now. So that's also why I said you don't exactly get to just like choose whatever perfume you want, because some of the more popular ones in society right now that like you might want to try but not buy the full bottle yet, you have to pay extra for. And personally, $27 for an 8 milliliter bottle seems like kind of a lot to me. So if it does retail for 114 times 0.27.
So upon editing, I discovered that you can get a 3.4 ounce bottle of this perfume for around $109 from Fragrance.net as well as from Walmart. So I have no idea where they're getting this $114 retail value, because technically if you bought this from another website, you could get it for about $1 per milliliter versus over $3 for a milliliter through Scentbird. I also can't find this perfume very many places, so I'm curious if it's been discontinued and Scentbird has the audacity to charge extra. So if you do this, just really look into the perfumes before selecting one.
The round price would be $30.78, so you're getting it for like $3 cheaper. I don't know, you can determine if that is worth it for you, but personally I don't think it's worth it. I just wish they were a lot more upfront about that it is $17.95 or $16.95 for the monthly subscription, but that there are a lot of perfumes and like popular perfumes that you will be charged an extra $10 for. I don't know if I'm misspeaking, but I think I also saw some that were even more, like an additional $15 or $20, but I could be just creating that in my head. So I just found that kind of shady. Take it as you will, but that threw me off. So given that I couldn't exactly choose any perfume that I wanted, that I only had to choose from their recommended perfumes, that they overcharge for more popular perfumes, and because the first scent I got was just very much unpleasant, I did end up canceling my subscription. Just for me personally, I decided it really wasn't worth my money to be spending $16.95 each month if I was going to be getting perfumes that I either absolutely do not like and will never use, or ones that like I like but I'm not crazy about. I don't think this is a bad deal for everyone. If you really do just want to try a variety of fragrances and you're not super picky, this could be really good. But in my head, I'm just thinking like I could go through like 6 or 7 months getting recommended perfumes, and if none of them I'm like crazy about, I've just spent the same amount or more of how much it would cost to get a full-size bottle of something that, like, if I went in store and could find a sample of, I could be sure that I like. And you could be paying $16.95 for something that you don't even want to use. That being said, I do think this would be a good gift option. You could get someone like either 1 month or like several months subscription of this, because that would be just kind of fun, more so as a gift than someone opting to do themselves. So just kind of sum it up, I feel like Scentbird is good for some people. It wasn't good for me. You can take my opinions from this video and do what you want with them. I don't think it's like a horrible idea, a horrible company, but it's just not something that I see very beneficial or worth the value to me. So I think I have said enough. I will leave a link in the description box below if after watching this you still want to try it. I will also list the perfumes that I received in the description box below if you want to get them or if you want to avoid them. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I would also appreciate if you could give this video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. Being such a small channel, it helps me in the algorithm. Thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.